Yeah, hey everyone, Brian with you from the Game Comment, and we're doing our AI-only championship series. We are on the reverse knockout rounds. First stage is done. We got Eleanor of Aquitaine, the French version, and Gorgo both eliminated, which means we have no more Greece in the game, which is sad. But yeah, one thing I noticed yesterday, or today, when I was putting together the thumbnails that I didn't notice yesterday, is all of our past winners are still technically in the knockout rounds. We have Gandhi, we have Pedro, we have Genghis Khan in this group stage. Those are our first three winners. And then in the other group stage, we have both Teddies, which, sure, I mean, technically it was Teddy pre, two Teddies, so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it should just, it would be hilarious if, both Teddies were the remaining ones in the final, if we had, two Teddies. But anyways, everything's basically the same, except we switched to a fractal map. We dropped it down to large, so hopefully it runs a little bit faster with a couple less crashes. And then I put in some random numbers down here, so we got a different looking map. I'm pretty sure if these are the same, even if you switch your map type, it still kind of gives a slightly similar feel, if not the exact same feel. So basically, I think we're good to go ahead and jump in. So we'll be back in 1 second then. So I think we're going to end up running these group stages down to 6 until we get 6 civs remaining, and then we'll end up doing group stage 2, and then we'll run them down until we get to 6, and then we'll combine and then just go down there until we get to what, 6 or 4. I'm trying to remember how much we did in the last championship series, how many we had in the finals. I know there for a while we were doing 4. I want to say we had 6 last time, but not 100% sure. I also think we're going to end up keep shuffling the group stages. So we had shuffle at first, now we're doing fractal. We'll probably do Pangea an island place then for the next 2, but I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, how'd this map work out? Japan spawned up north, a lot of room. Yeah, Japan's actually in a pretty good spot. Brazil then is south of them. Did not mean to click on you, Brazil. They're going to have a free a heavy chariot there, which is nice. Then Maya spawned to the west of them. Mali is way to the south, and then Mongolia is east of them. Dido ended up spawning on this little island. Okay, actually, it's kind of a peninsula to herself. So kind of a crap start because she's in the tundra, but if we looked here, the bigger thing is this is all her island. So, I mean, really, she's just kind of racing Mali for this direction. And we're going to see which way Mali settles. If Mali settles downward, she might be in a bad spot, but that still might be okay here. We also have a potential graphical glitch, which I already had to reload the game once because of it. Hopefully it goes away. But anyways, Mongolia is down there then. We have Sweden on an island all to themselves. So, well, I mean, I guess technically they are connected here. And then Gran Colombia up there. There's actually too much room. Yeah, I think we should have done a normal size map. So remind me next time we got to do for the next group stage. Well, yeah, maybe we just, I don't know. I feel like this map's just a little too big. Everyone has too much room. So I don't know. We'll see how this ends up working, which is funny because the huge map didn't feel too huge for 12 players, but the large map feels a little too large for 10 players. I suppose there's not that much sea, so maybe with the higher sea level, this would be a little bit better, but yeah, I don't know. So we'll probably end up seeing Maya and Brazil. They're going to be the first ones at war with each other. We're also looking more and more like we're going to have to end up reloading. Yeah, these guys are all on top of each other. Interesting. So, I mean, this will work out, I think. I mean, they're going to end up fighting here for sure, but we'll see how it ends up working. But, I mean, at least everyone has enough room to put down their cities, and they have room to grow in different directions. I mean, Maya still can go in this direction, and then they also can even come up there. So now, and the thing is, every time I'm like, oh no, this civ spawned in a bad spot, they end up, working it out really well. Also, she ended up spawning next to one of the best wonders in the game, so the Halong Bay. So, in the scheme of things aren't so bad for her. Now, bigger issue, she has barbarians invading her right now, and so she's going to end up using a lot of military might on that, which is going to potentially get her ward. Also, Mali already has 4 cities, and Brazil only has 2. Did Brazil end up losing a city? What happened? How did Brazil only get 2 civs? There's no settler running around. Oh, I wonder if the volcano actually blew up his settler. Oh no! Yeah, I think that's what must have happened. He must have been moving his settler next to the volcano and it must have blew up. So this is the Pico one. I bet we can see it. We're looking for a volcano here. Let's see. Yeah, right here, Pico. It blew up and the unit lost. Oh no! Oh my god. Well, there's some RNG for you if I've ever seen some. All right, so Dido's got 3 cities, and she does have her biremes. And the thing is, she could potentially even push Mongolia. Ironically, Mongolia's in kind of an awkward spot here as well. Let's go ahead and put a quick reload in here, because this is going to be kind of annoying. So I'm going to exit to main menu, and we'll be back in 1 second. Hopefully get rid of this graphical glitch. You know, thinking about it, I actually kind of remember now having large maps not being large enough or being too large. Like, I remember this being an issue last time in like our previous AI only series, but maybe I'm just like making things up in my brain, but I swear I remember talking about that in the past. I don't know. Japan's fighting some barbarians, but this should be okay right now. Brazil's getting their 3rd city down, so they're a little bit behind, but quite frankly, they're okay because they got a decent military size right now. Dude, Maya is the problem though right now, because she ended up using so much military. Like, I mean, she might get crapped on here. Specifically, I would be worried about Mali versus Brazil, just because like Mali and her are like basically sharing borders, but Mali doesn't seem too interested. Mali, dude, is just popping out the cities. My god, what is going on there? I wonder if he's buying them with cash or something. I don't really know. Oh, ooh, you know, Kaguna is going to be able to get taken here by the biremes, I think, if she tries. She actually is also fighting barbarians as well. And unfortunately, this is probably one of the biggest issues with the civ like Dido, and Norway as well, is they tend to build so much of their unique ship, which is useful, but not so useful if they're being invaded on land. And all of a sudden they kind of find themselves in a bad spot. Like, keep in mind, remember, she got her butt kicked last time because she had so many ships and not enough units. So all these heroes are popping out right now. Mongolia is only at 3 cities as well right now, so he is a little bit behind the 8 ball. In fact, dude, what is with this graphical glitch? I have no idea. Like, I literally have no idea. Also, you know what? I've never tried something. Can I do reveal all here? And does that get rid of the... You know, that actually, I totally never thought about that. And that gets rid of the popping. Because basically every turn it pops the vision in. But now we don't have to worry about people's vision. You know, the downside of that is if I click on Gandhi, no, I can still only see his vision. Yeah, why the heck have I not done that from the get-go? That's like one of the worst parts about it was the freaking flashing. Like, I hated the mod for the longest time because of that. All right, well, there you go, Brian. Fixing year-long problems with one thought. Still getting the graphical glitch, which, yeah, it's just gonna have to happen. But yeah, there's way too much room over here. So like Spain and Gran Colombia are just in a great spot. And same thing even with Gandhi. They just kind of need to hold on. Yeah, I mean, we're only doing 200 turns here, so this should go by fairly quickly here. Who is really in the danger zone? I mean, I would imagine Mayan are probably like the most, like the number 1 civ that's in the most danger. Japan is really at the, that's weird. See, to me, Japan should not be in last place right now. So here's the point. Right now, other than Maya, I think everyone's pretty okay. They just need to, like, A, build wonders, potentially get a religion, not fall too far behind in city and wonder locations. So as long as everyone kind of keeps up with it, I don't know anyone's going to be in a really bad spot. This is an interesting spot for Mongolia, mostly because this could have some loyalty issues here. Japan got a Dark Age. Interesting. That is a very early Dark Age. So that is going to set Japan back quite a bit. I mean, once again, Japan in one of the better spots in the game. So... as we keep seeing over and over again, it doesn't seem as if having a really good spot versus a bad spot is actually affecting what happens in the game. There seems to be a lot other things that are happening. What is going on with this glitchy, man? Dido's pushing back against the barbarians. I think she might be okay. I mean, she's got 4 cities. These cities are really crap, though. And, like, one of the biggest issues with it is the fact that, like, these cities aren't going to grow. So she really needs to get over here as quickly as possible. I still don't think, like, she's not out by any way, shape, or form. And the thing is, she can put a lot of loyalty pressure right here. So she can definitely go settle over here. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, she's popping out more settlers, so that's good. And I mean, there's a couple wonders she could build and stuff like that, you know, so yeah. And really, she needs to go conquer Kagana. That's what she really needs to go grab, which, by the way, who owns it? Mali owns it. So she should be able to just go steal it. I mean, I know it has walls, but I think with enough buy range, she should just be able to take it. All right, let's put one more quick run reload in here, and we'll be right back again. So any thought of what's happening here with the graphical glitch? No, absolutely no idea what's going on. I mean, I'm sure it's something to do with the mod, but we know it doesn't happen all the time because yesterday, I mean, I was literally playing this yesterday and didn't touch anything. So I don't know, maybe it's just a particular map or something. Maybe one of the civs, I don't know. Maybe it's just a huge map or the large map. Oh my God, man, how annoying is that? I mean, for you guys, you don't really know. Oh, you know what? It's the rivers. Yeah, it's like the name. I was seeing like a giant O popping. No, that was definitely not a river. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that. You know what? It's only 200 turns. We're gonna live with it. Sorry to say, but we're gonna live with it. Sweden, pretty okay spot over here. Oh, we noticed this right before. Yeah, Zanzibar got declared on by Maya. We discovered this right before, or right as I hit reload. No, Mali actually is going for it. Interesting. And Mali is currently being invaded by Mayan. Okay, then. Actually has it surrounded, which is a little weird, but Hippolyta's there, so I can't imagine Maya's going to be able to survive that. This is not a good war for Maya. Not at all. No, because Brazil is right there. Brazil's probably going to hop on whoever survives. Woolen got blown up. Interesting. Ah, that was very helpful. So the volcano ended up blowing up right here, and that's going to really, really help Brazil take Woolen. And then he also has Hercules right here. So, like, he should have no problem taking that city right now. Choir might have some loyalty problems then. Maybe. Maybe. He needs to get another city down, which he's looking to go that way. Really, right at this point, I'm, like, rooting for Dido. Dido is just barbarians, man. Oi. Oi. And the funny thing is, it's like, dude, I'm sorry. The barbarians are a little too psycho right now. They need to get toned down just a little bit again. Specifically since, you know, they got a shadow buff with the buff to the spearmen. It's just like, especially with the AI. Like, and I'm not saying we've noticed it, but it definitely feels like this is going to be one of those things that the AI is going to have harder and harder times of dealing with the barbarians early game. Just because, like, they can't easily kill the spearmen, so they can't take over the encampment quite as easily. So Sweden is potentially invading Colombia? No, just rolling around in your territory. Okay. So we still only have war over here right now. Actually, I think they peaced. Yeah, they did peace each other. Brazil didn't declare war on either of them. Mali are pretty weak right now, but not into the world. So Dido does have an opportunity here. She just, she's gonna lose her city. Oh no, Dido! Dido! Come on, Dido! Oi! Man, oh man. Dude, Dido just not having good luck. Now, she got her butt kicked last time and somehow survived. So let's just be straight up honest. If Dido ends up getting knocked out, she kind of deserved it. She kind of deserved to get knocked out last time. So, you know, it's not end of the world. We saw what can happen here, so. Now, what's interesting is everyone's spread so far apart, specifically up here, you're not going to see a lot of, like, loyalty flipping. Like, you'll see one city flip, kind of like what happened with Japan, but it should just immediately flip back, because it's only going to be a single city. Ah, the egg kill there. The wonder that I never see. I feel like every time I ever get the egg kill, it's, like, game over. I will say this, the one lost game that I had as Coupe, I ended up, was it Coupe? I think it was, yeah, originally I had a Coupe game with the Crazy Christmas, but then it was like right after the window patch and I ended up losing my volume, or I didn't have my mic working on it and didn't notice it, and so I had to go back and re-record, and it was really frustrating because in that series I actually had the kill, and it's like, this is always what happens. Every time I spawn and I have the kill, I end up like screwing it up, or like something happens or the game breaks or whatever. The funny thing about that particular game is it was so hilarious because I spawned in the ocean right next to the Bermuda Triangle, which, if you don't know, if you take your unit into the Bermuda Triangle, it teleports you somewhere else. So I ended up teleporting, I think my settler or whoever it was, into the Bermuda Triangle, and they ended up popping over in some area that wasn't particularly great. And then I ended up taking my warrior and just exploring, and then right next to where I had just, where I had basically spawned, was this wonderful island all by itself that had the kill in it, and I was like, dang it. And you can't like teleport your dude back, and it was like across the map, and I'm like, come Come on! So then my whole goal in that game was to actually get towards and settle near the 8 kill again, which didn't happen. I was getting close to it, but then obviously, you know, ended the series, or well, ended the episode, first 2 episodes, and discovered I had no audio, and I was like, crap. All right, well, guess what we're redoing again. Is that the what? Oh, that's the Coliseum. I thought that was the Estadio there. I was like, what the heck? Double wonders up here for Spain. And that, honestly, that's the one thing Dido could do here, is she could get some wonders. Same thing with Japan. All they need is get some wonders popping out, and they can catch up. Now, obviously, wonders up here, not so great. The barbarians, though, are getting knocked back, so she's not in a bad spot. I mean, okay, she's in a bad spot. She's not in a catastrophic spot. This is the bigger issue right now, is she's fighting swordman barbarian, where literally there's no iron over here. Like, I will say, this is like one of the things that's kind of like the biggest BS about the barbarians, is they spawn and like, okay, so all of a sudden you're fighting infantry, or you're fighting swordsmen, or you're fighting musketmen, and you're like, I don't have the ability to do that. All right, Maya ended up losing their capital to the Mali. Interesting. So that's probably, no, she's still pretty okay. I was like, that might actually, help Japan get out of the cellar right now. So right now it's still Japan and Dido. Is this gonna turn into one episode today? I don't know. We might, because of the graphical glitch, maybe let some of this run off camera and then pop back in when like the excitement happens, or wait for like the end of the eras and stuff like that. I don't know. What's big is this era, because we're about to get the end of it. I mean, every era is big in dramatic age mode, but I think this one's pretty big too. All right, Itza ended up flipping because Mali got a dark age. Only golden ages were Japan. Okay, Dido got a dark age. Oh, Dido. Sweden, Mali, and Gandhi. Interesting. So Brazil got a dark age then? Yeah, they ended up losing Woolen. Hold up. That belongs, oh, no, Choir was Mongolia, and now they're losing Ulaanbaatar. Ah, that's what Brazil lost. Okay. Then Gandhi got a good age. Gandhi got a golden age. Okay. Spain ended up losing a Corona, and then you're actually flipping over to India. Grand Colombian towns flipping to India? Where have I heard that before? I feel like deja vu. Yeah, so Mongolia is kind of in an awkward spot now here as well. Although once again, you gotta credit Dido for just being absolutely trash. Come on, Dido. Maya got a dark age or Maya got a golden age? Maya got a golden age. So Itza will flip back to her. All right, so that works out for her. Now, with you flipping, I don't think we're gonna see any issues here, but there is a potential. Yeah, I mean, Mongolia is just gonna have to like come take his stuff back, I think. And honestly, it shouldn't be that hard. There's no walls in the city. It's fairly early on. I can't imagine them not being able to take it back. The biggest issue is just the distance. That's always a big issue here with the AI, is like, they're not good at fighting wars that are far away. That's why, like, if you don't have any borders near the AI, it's like, I don't really care. Denounce me. Declare war on me, see if I care. Like, rarely are they ever able to mount any sort of major invasion. Which is kind of hilarious, because if you talk about, like, armies throughout history, I'm not gonna say they've been fairly successful, but, you know, because I'm thinking, like, all right, you got the Vikings invading England. They were mostly successful. I mean, kind of. Depends on what your, you know, thing of success is. Your, picture of success. What your definition of success is. That would be it. Then I was also thinking, like, I mean, my gosh, Mongolia did a lot of invading. They were pretty okay. Alexander did a lot of invading. Rome did a lot of invading all over the world. Like, I kind of feel like people doing long, crazy invasions have been actually somewhat helpful. Although, then again, you got America and Russia both with, you know, Afghanistan, which, you know, hit or miss, not particularly successful. So, you know, I'm not going to say they've all been successful, but, you know, I definitely think it's been much more successful than the AI. Let's, you know, I guess that's my point here. The AI, you know, definitely isn't living up to the real world counterparts here. Now, I wonder, other than Mongolia or any of these other cities particularly known as invading, Japan They invaded China. Yeah. World War II. Somewhat successful. And then I don't really know enough about Gran Colombia. I don't know that they really went and invaded. I mean, here's the other thing. Like, what do you count invading? Is conquering your neighbors invading? Like, not really, kind of like, I mean, you're kind of just like fighting next door, you know. I suppose it just depends. Like, Japan invading China, that's somewhat of an invasion in my opinion, because you got to cross like a sea. You know, it's not like you can just like literally walk to your border and then conquer. So if we go from that, yeah, maybe not. Anyways, I was also wondering, is Maya the only ancient civ here? I mean, Mali technically, but Mali was like what, more of a classical era civ? It's actually good. When did Mansa, when did he live? I want his historical. Founder of the Empire of Mali. Personal wealth. 1307, so no, he's actually pretty late. Dido would be pseudo-ancient. She would be classical. Yeah, because Carthage. Kristina, I imagine, has got to be more modern, and then Hojo would be like, what, medieval-ish? So none of these guys are particularly ancient except Lady Six guys. So anyways, Ublatar ended up flipping, not surprised there. Woolen has no walls, so Brazil has a chance to grab it eventually. Mali's not really doing much. Dido hasn't taken her stuff back, nor has she settled her third city. Actually, no, she ended up going over here to Baruta, which, you know, I said, hey, that was a okay spot for her. Mostly, like, Tyre being her capital, and it had a decent amount of food here. Like, it's gonna be okay. So yeah, she can definitely maintain over here. What she needs, and like, here's the big thing. She should be able to avoid Dark Ages, mostly because she's going to be so small. So as long as she can avoid the Dark Age, you know, she might be able just to sneak in there again, like what she did last time. Seriously? Solo flare? Really? All right. I mean, we have the original rules right now, so there's nothing crazy other than the meteors potentially hitting coastline. But once again, we're not going to see any meteors. Well, actually, no, I think they're at 0. I don't think, no, because we've seen meteors. I don't know, I got to see. They're really rare, though. So Dido and Genghis Khan. Genghis is actually at the bottom. Oh no, Genghis, buddy, my friend. I thought was coming and settling down here. Did he not have like the settler here for a while? I could have sworn he was going this way earlier with the settler. So what happened? I have no idea. I mean, the funny thing is he could actually even make it over here and have a really good spot. Statue of Zeus, dude. I still want to build the statue of Zeus at some point. At some point. It's just like, it's one of those wonders that, well, it's like you have to, it's next to an encampment, right? Statue of Zeus. Must be built flatland adjacent to encampment with barracks. So, like, I never build an encampment first. Never. Like, ever. Especially on deity. It just, like, never happens. And so because of that, it's like the odds of actually getting an encampment are pretty much nil. Or the Statue of Zeus are pretty much nil. So we're actually over halfway. So yeah, this is just going to be a one-hitter. I mean, the game's working so much faster other than the bug. But yeah, this is going to work much better. I think with the standard size map in 8, we should be okay. But yeah, we got to remember to do a standard size map, I think, with 10 next time. Because it's just like, there's a little too much room. Which, once again, for the most part, benefited everyone. The 3 that are actually over here that were on top of each other are all still okay. So, you know, really the people that are struggling right now are the ones that had a lot of room. Genghis Khan. Well, okay, technically not Dido, but calm down. Calm down. Stop being a Dido defender, man. She should have died last time, all right? Feel bad for, who was it that got eliminated? Oh, Gorgo. Gorgo's the one that really got screwed here. Gorgo should be in Dido's spot. That would actually be hilarious. But yeah. And once again, well, new era. So this is where Dido needs to make her comeback. And the thing is, there should be one more era after this, if this works out the same as last time. And it was the one more era after this in which Dido did her catch up because everyone basically started dying. So religions here: Maya, Japan, Spain, India, Brazil, Sweden. I think if we looked at Dido, she's not going to have any wonder score. Yeah, and that's setting her back. Same thing with Genghis Khan and Japan and Pedro. So the bottom 4 only have 2 wonders amongst the 4 of them. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a good reason why you're going to be near the bottom. So let's see. Genghis is only like 40 points behind. He just needs to avoid another Dark Age. Is he going to be able to? I don't know. That's a good question. Because, like, what did he do? I mean, it's not like, I mean, maybe he met some people, but he lost some territory. I would not be shocked to see another Dark Age from Mongolia, which will probably eliminate him at this point. Like, I don't even know. He's not even that strong, which is kind of funny. Wait, why is Mongolia not up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's my other 2? What? Who's missing? Mongolia? Spain? Yeah, Mongolia and Spain aren't up here. What? They still exist. He's still here. He's still here. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. There's some bugs definitely running around, and it's not my fault. Blame the mod. Blame the mod, okay? Obviously. Dude, this is like the second or third time. Like, I feel like India has yet, and this is Chandragupta and Gandhi, I don't know that any of them have ever got to use their elephants properly yet. Like, they've either spawned by themselves or they've just found themselves in a situation where they didn't get to use them. So, golden era here from Dido, good job. Gran, Colombia, and Pedro. Interesting, so yeah, that probably is just gonna eliminate Mongolia, I think. Oh, that one's flipping back. Okay, it's not over. It's not over. He could take this, especially since he has the catapult, but he's going for Cardiff instead of taking his own town back. All right, that's fine. So I imagine she's okay. She's still in last place, but still, she's up to 4 cities. She definitely can come settle. And Sidon, actually 43 garrison defense. That's kind of high. All right, she might have a hard time taking that back then. Never mind. Paraguay ended up flipping from Mayans, going over to Mali. Interesting. And Brazil got the golden era, but not really helping him. Japan got a Dark Age again? Yes. What did you end up losing? Atasu, which is flipping over to Brazil. Don't... Wait, he was at the bottom, right? He's near the bottom. So that hurts, but it's not into the world. And then Spain lost Zaragoza, but that's flipping to him. And then India got a golden age? No, India actually got a Dark Age. Which one did you lose? Like, India with Dark Ages on, he might have actually had Carthagia. He might have conquered that one. But I have to say, like, India with dramatic age mode is almost not fair because their cities are always so big. So things are just going to always flip to them. Yeah, it must have been that. I thought it was still a neutral city, but I don't see anything else here, or unless, you know, it might have already flipped back, which, you know, once again, not completely unexpected. Dude, that looks so cool. Like, I just want to, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that makes me want to, like, put a unit on it, like, quickly. Did you end up losing? Sweden ended up losing, didn't they? Yeah, okay, maybe the India one just flipped back, because whatever she lost, she got it back. Oh, no, never mind. Karlstad right there. Interesting. Mali's settling westward. Yokib is flipping. Is that gonna flip? I don't know. Dead zone, man. I don't know if that's gonna flip once this... You might be okay once this goes to Mali, because this is putting more loyalty pressure than probably Mali is. Mongolia did get their town back. Good. And they're still wasting troops at Cardiff, which less good. All right, so I'm just intrigued to see what happens here once you flip. Paraguay is actually flipping again. And no, you're full loyalty. So Maya's fine. And honestly, Mali's pretty much okay as well. So who's near the bottom right now? We got Genghis Khan, we got Dido at the bottom. Hojo is in danger range. And then I have to say Lady Six Guy and Pedro are probably fairly safe. I think we're gonna go ahead and put a pause here though. And I'll pop back in here in a little bit once, like, we get a little bit closer to the next era or in case something major happens. Just because this flashing. Also, like, it's going to be one of these things where it's like, I mean, I could just keep recording, but nah, this is bugging me. So, we'll be back in 1 second. Oh, I totally missed this, but Mali ended up going and grabbing, Itza. Well, never mind. Well, they grabbed it and then they took it right back. All right, well, there you go. There you go. I was looking at the score and all of a sudden Lady Six Guy was near the bottom. I'm like, what? Yeah. All right. Well, they're still fighting over this. Definitely is, you know, retakeable because, I mean, Mali's got some troops here too. So, like, I can't imagine this is over here, especially with Hippolyta there. 70 combat strength, gonna do some work. I wonder if he... It's actually kind of funny he lost it because literally all Mali had to do was just put Hippolyta inside the Itza. And I don't think there would have been any way for her to have taken it back. But still... Oh, there you are. I was like, what happened to Hippolyta? He's got a chance. He's got a chance. Other major thing of note. Let's see. She is finally settling. Oh, yeah. I remember. So Carthagia ended up going back to Gran Colombia, and Coruna ended up going back to Spain. We are approximately 12 turns, away from the next era, which is going to be pretty big. Also discovered, as long as we keep zoomed in, apparently the visual bug doesn't happen. So Cardiff ended up beating back Mongolia over and over and over again. His knights look really cool, though. I don't know if I've ever even seen the knights up close. Yeah, that looks really cool. At least the Mongolian knights. Hopefully he goes and grabs freaking Ulaanbaatar. I'm still cheering for that, but we'll see. The biggest thing is if Mongolia can avoid a Dark Age here, that would be helpful. If he can get a Golden Age and some of the others could get a Dark Age, same thing with, and it's kind of big here for Dido as well. She just needs to avoid the Dark Age. So Palikwe is actually flipping here. Interesting. Should be okay though, but I mean, a couple like if they all get Dark Ages, or both these guys get Dark Ages, that's interesting. I actually wonder if the Itza flips with the Dark Age here by her. Just because that's the last city technically she conquered. So I don't know. Also another solar flare. Dude, what? That's really rare. To have 2 solar flares by turn like 160? That seems a little crazy. The funny thing is, like, and the unfortunate part for Dido is, like, Dido gets her unit and her building so early on, and it pretty much gets them both, like, in that first era, and that's just kind of, ugh. It's, like, too early. Now, Mongolia, I don't know if he got his buildings up. He might have gotten his unique building, unique unit, although I don't see the unit, and I don't see the building yet. So he might end up in another... He did get Cav. Interesting. He might end up, though, with the Dark Age. Can you please stop going for Cardiff? My God. Now, with the Golden Era, does he grab these? Does it flip to him? No. No, because you're size 8, you're size 3. Although you, Guadaljaros, ended up getting conquered back by Brazil. All right, good job, Brazil. Congrats, congrats. And Japan's doing okay out there, but Japan's still near the bottom, which is really weird. Like, Japan has all the room in the world. Like, if Japan ends up getting knocked out, 100% on them. I think they're slowly, though, gonna get their way up. Like, I think they're gonna take their way up, unless they get a Dark Age here. Really, this is the big thing right here. What happens right here? Because if Palikwe eats a flip, then all of a sudden we might be looking, we're probably looking at a dead Mayan empire. Which, hey, you know what? And that kind of seems like what would happen, right? We never really knew what happened to the Mayan Empire. Who knew? They just, they ended up, they were playing dramatic age mode. That's what ended up happening to the Mayan Empire. Everyone thought it was the Aztecs, or, you know, they all suicided because they thought the world was coming to the end, or I don't know, all the conspiracy theories on them. But no, they were playing dramatic ages. Dramatic ages mixed with apocalypse mode, and it just too much for the AI to handle. Really terrible, absolutely terrible. All right, come on, flip, flip, flip. I'm not really rooting for them to flip. I want the next era to happen. So we have something. It's a flipped, but he got a golden era. Mali saved, honestly, probably even saved Mayan here. Let's see, Dido got a Dark Age. That probably eliminates her. Genghis Khan with the Golden Age. He might be able to survive here. This is flipping now. Interesting. Interesting. So this is going to flip to a free city. This actually might still be catastrophic here, because this is going to flip first, which is going to speed this up. And so the big deal is going to be, is this going to flip before this flips to Mali? If all 3 of these are free cities, we're probably looking at Kaaba flipping. I don't think they're going to lose their capital, but they're still going to be in a really bad spot. Oh my God. Dido! Come on, I believe in you. The funny thing is, Dido's probably the only one that can settle right there. Dido, Dido, Dido. And Mongolia is still... Hey, Ulaanbaatar is flipping though. Although Choir is actually going to... okay, that's going to be interesting. What happened over here, Carthage and Chennai both flipped. They're both flipping to respective civs, so nothing major there. And I think Sweden got another flip. Sweden getting golden era? There wasn't that many dark eras. So Gandhi, Maya, and Dido. No, okay, so... And you actually have your unique unit here too, Caroline. So this should be the last era. So we're down to, what, 29 turns here. So Mayan are making a comeback, or trying to make a comeback. Ulaanbaatar, I mean, hey, it's like some people. Like, they need it. They need it right now. Especially with Maya potentially losing even more cities up here. Now, Palenque, this is going to flip first. I think this will still flip to Mali. The question is really going to come... I think with 3 cities, Maya might still be okay. Yeah, and I think it's because exclusively because of a religion. I think so. This isn't that particularly large of a city, and it doesn't really have it doesn't have any districts, so it's not really that big of a deal losing it. The bigger issue is if Isa doesn't flip, and then all of this starts flipping and taking stuff. The other thing is Palenque. I mean, this is still flipping. Is that going to put enough loyalty pressure on Palenque to keep it alive? I don't know. I mean, all he has to do is put a person there and he's fine. It might be a case where this just immediately starts flipping again. But this might be enough pressure to keep Palenque from flipping. And Yokib's actually flipping right to Mali too. Yeah, that's kind of what we thought was going to happen. And now Palenque's full loyalty. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is going to stay Mali. Now, Mayans are in a bad spot. They're going and invading Brazil to try digging themselves out of it. Genghis Khan still has a bit to catch up, though. Let's see. And I think empire size is going to be mostly equal. Okay, good. Give me a pause. So empire size is, yeah, mostly equal. But you got 20 great people points versus 0. And then that 44 religion. Versus, I mean, that wonder, it basically makes up for the lack of wonder score. And she actually got a decent amount of era score, too, which is helping her as well. I feel like the era score might be a little imbalanced in there. Just the fact that it's like 1-to-1, but then like tech and culture isn't 1-to-1. You know, I don't know. It almost puts like era score a little too... I really, like, if there's one thing I need to change, I need to figure out a better scoring system. Because I do feel like the scoring system is not particularly balanced. I gotta figure that out for the next AI-only series. I don't know how we would do it, though. I really don't. Like, one thing that needs to happen is obviously things like rocket skin shot off need to give you points. You know, things like that need to happen. I think the wonders at 15 are probably fairly balanced. And I mean, I don't mind religions, like, because having a religion versus not having a religion could be up to a 100-point swing. Well, really a 200-point swing if you're talking about having one versus not having one, if you get 100 points in religion, which every once in a while happens. I mean, right now it's a 44-point swing for her. So if Maya had the religion and she didn't, Mongolia had the religion and she didn't, Mongolia would actually be fine then. Because she would be 40 points less, he'd be 40 points more. So that's an 80-point swing. And ironically, Dido's actually catching up to Mongolia. Oh, interesting. Kangab? Was this not your town? Could have sworn that was a Mayan town. Oh, interesting. She just needs to grab her crap back. Problem is the defensive strength, garrison defense strength keeps going higher and higher and higher. She just got a wonder, right? Or did she just lose that? No, she just got it. So that's another 15 points for Maya. So Maya's looking like she's going to be able to survive this. There's only 18 turns left. But yeah, I think the wonder score is pretty balanced. Gray people? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And then civic technology, I don't know as well. Like, I gotta figure out, like, I just gotta, like, write some things down and then just, like, it's gonna be one of those things where it's not one of those things where it's obvious, like, oh, this is super balanced. Like, you almost need to just start, like, writing down different scenarios and then seeing what the score is and then kind of figuring, well, is that accurate or not? I also feel like, you know, these guys should definitely be worth some points, for sure. Like, I don't know why they don't count as heroes. And I feel like if re-recruiting them should give you points, too. I don't know how easy that would be to actually add, though. Okay, so the guitarists are going on an invasion. I just want to see the guitarists go with the rock band, man, on an invasion one day. It's just someday, Brazil did really good this game, really good. So Ulaanbaatar did end up flipping. Choir did also flip. So Mongolia is holding on to both. There's just something with like right here that's causing the graphical glitch. I don't know what it is. Kangaba is gonna flip here. She could hold it. She really, no, full loyalty. Yeah, because there you go. I was like, she could hold it, and then immediately does it. What's loyalty here? All these are fine right now. Any chance for another era? No. 11 turns left, so we're down to the final 10 turns here. Mongolia's gonna have to make a push. Trying to think. I mean, extra districts, sure. Like, he has 3 more districts incoming, which is at least a couple points. But, like, that's not gonna be enough. Like, you'd need wonders or something like that. So what happened with Mongolia? Mongolia really got screwed by the Dark Ages. You know, that really just kind of set him back. And honestly, I feel like if he would have been a little more aggressive, like, I don't know he ever built his unique unit. You know why? I don't know. He spawned near horses. No, he did have horses. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened here. I don't think he ever built his unique unit. And I don't know he ever got his unique building, because this is a barracks. Yeah, he built barracks in both of these spots. So, you know, that's kind of gonna, you know, set you back. And then Dido, what happened to her? Well, honestly, it was the inability to kill the barbarians. I think she would have been fine. In fact, I think she would probably even be beating Maya right now, had she not lost the city to the barbarians. What ended up happening, she ended up losing all her troops there, and then because of the Dark Age, because she was unable to kill the barbarians, then she ended up losing her city, and then got another Dark Age, and so she just was she was playing from behind and was just never really able to keep pace. Someone like Maya was playing from behind the whole game, but Maya was, you know, Maya basically kind of got her crap handled. And Japan was playing from behind all game as well, but Japan, you know, honestly, he had a good spot, so he was able just to kind of earn it back. What happened here? Someone was building a wonder and then lost it, I guess. So, yeah. All right. So, it looks like our next 2 eliminated are going to be Genghis Khan and Dido. So, our first champion is going to be eliminated, ex-champion. Dun, dun, dun. So, there will not be at least a Mongolia 2-peat. There will only be 1 ring on your finger. Spain declared war on Gandhi. Yeah, I don't think you're really going to be able to do much with catapults against 73 garrison defense strength and, you know, hey, Varu cores, but whatever. You know, you do you, buddy. Sweden is going for a settle over here. Not really going to make much of a difference. So, we will be back tomorrow with this group down to size 8. So, just keep in mind that will be happening. And I honestly don't even know we'll have to put a pause in tomorrow. It might just be quick enough. I mean, yeah, this is probably, what, a 50-minute episode right now. So, you know, I could have split this into 2. I really could have. But I kind of felt like, because we're at like turn 115 there really quickly, and I was like, oh, we're over halfway there. It's always so deceptive, because you get to like a certain point, and you're like, oh, and then you forget that it just slows down after that. So Genghis Khan, man, almost 100 points to tick up. So, all right, well, we're just going to wrap it up here. I mean, I doubt anything's going to happen the last couple turns, but if something does happen, well, you know, I'll let you know. But hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button during the game, comment, share your support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.